Peace be upon you, grade 7. We are in unit number 8 on the menu, and today we're going to work on page 68, vocabulary. So I would like you to open your student's book on page 68. We're directly going to start with the activities we have, and the first one is activate task number 1, and here we have to complete the sentences with the words from the box. So inside this blue box we have 15 words, and we have learned these 15 words in the text that we have read at the beginning of this unit, and the name of this text was Can Eating Be a Sport? You can find it on page 66, and these 15 words are the highlighted words within this text. The meanings and the definitions of these words are available on page 67, so if you have any doubts with the meanings of these words, please check vocabulary task number 1 on page 67. Right now we're going to read these words: appetite, baked, boiled, celebrities, coverage, fast, healthy, mind, natural, nickname, participate, spider, tradition, ways, and widow. Here we have 15 different sentences, and what we are supposed to do here is to put these words in the correct place. We're going to read the first one. Einstein was a genius. He had a fantastic dash. What is the correct word to put here? It is part of our body that thinks, remembers, and knows things, and it is there inside the skull. So what do we call this? For those who don't know Einstein, Albert Einstein is a mathematics scientist, and we have talked about him on the previous unit, which is unit number 7. The correct answer for number 1 is mind. Einstein was a genius. He had a fantastic mind. Number 2. My name is Eduardo Ronaldo, but my friends call me by my dash Ronnie. So your real name is, for example, Ali, and other people call you with a different name. So what do we call this name? Nickname. The real name of the lady that we talked about was Sonia Thomas, and her nickname was the Black Widow. Let's read sentence number 2 with the answer. My name is Eduardo Ronaldo, but my friends call me by my nickname Ronnie. Number 3. I didn't take part in the last game, but I want to dash in the next one. I want you to look at the words take part. We call such words as phrasal verb. We need to find the word that is matched with this phrasal verb. I didn't take part in the last game. This means that I didn't participate in the last game. The correct answer for number 3 is participate. I didn't take part in the last game, but I want to participate in the next one. Sentence number 4. He's got a very good dash, but his favorite food is pizza. The answer is appetite. He's got a very good appetite, but his favorite food is pizza. Number 5. This dash is 100 years old. They do it every year on 31st August. When we have something that happens in the past and we keep repeating this thing in the present, what do we call this? We call this as a tradition. The correct answer for number 5 is tradition. This tradition is 100 years old. They do it every year on 31st August. Number 6. He always eats dash egg for breakfast. In this example, we are looking for the word that describes the way this egg was cooked. So we're looking for a way of cooking. He always eats a boiled egg for breakfast. The answer is boiled. Number 7. My grandmother is very dash. She walks for 2 hours every day. What is the correct word to describe the situation of this granny? Healthy. My grandmother is very healthy. She walks for 2 hours every day. Now I would like you to stop the video and think of the answers for the rest of the examples starting from 8 till 15. And then we will check the answers together. So now let's check the answers together from 1 to 15. The first one is mind, the second one is nickname, the third one is participate, appetite, tradition, boiled, and healthy. And starting from number 8, I'm going to read the examples for you, and please check your spelling. Number 8, he always fasts in my house during Ramadan. We only eat at night. Number 9, oh no, there's a big spider on my bed. Number 10, I hate sport and I think there's too much coverage of it on TV. Number 11, I love the smell of freshly baked bread. Number 12, my aunt became a widow last year. My uncle died in a car accident. Number 13, he eats a lot of hamburgers and fast food. He weighs 120 kilos. Number 14, all our meals are made with natural food. All the vegetables come from our own garden. The last one, most TV celebrities are only famous for a short time. Please write the answers and put them in the correct place. And once you're done with that, we're going to move to extend phrasal verb synonyms, the first task. And here we have to complete the sentences with the synonyms for the words in bold. Bold means it's a type of font, and you can notice that you have some words that are written with a darker color. So this is the meaning of bold, if you don't know. And before we start with this task, we're going to know what is the meaning of phrasal verb and what is the meaning of synonyms. So the definition for a phrasal verb, it's a verb that is combined with an adverb or a preposition to give a new meaning, such as look after. So now the phrasal verb that we have here is look after. If we separate this phrasal verb and treat it as words, it's gonna give me a different meaning. The word look means look at something. The word after means the position of something is after something. But when we join these words together, we will get a new thing which is called phrasal verb. Look after means take care of something. look after your brother, for example, means take care of him. So now let's move to the definition of synonyms. Synonyms means a word or a phrase that has the same meaning as another word or a phrase in the same language. An example of this is big and large. So big and large are synonyms. They have the same meaning. So now I want you to look at your books. Extend phrasal verb synonyms, task number 1. We're going to read the words inside this box. We have 8 words and 8 examples and 8 phrasal verbs that are written in bold font. So what we're supposed to do here is to know the meaning of these words and to know the meaning of these phrasal verbs. They have the same meaning. They are synonyms, okay? We have to match them together. I'm going to read the words in the box. Discover, continue, stretch, complete, stop, collect, participate, and return. The first example is already done for us, but we're going to read it. We didn't take part in the training last week, but we want to participate in tomorrow's race. The phrasal verb that we have, that is written in bold font, is take part. This is the phrasal verb, take part. Take part means participate. So the synonym of this phrasal verb is the word participate. If you want to check the meaning, you can remove take part and add participate instead and try to read the sentence. We didn't participate in the training last week, but we want to take part in tomorrow's race. Even if you switch the places between the phrasal verb and the word participate, they still have the same meaning. Nothing changes in this sentence. Let's move to sentence number 2. I can't pick up the children on Friday, but can you dash them tomorrow? So the phrasal verb that we have here is pick up. Now we have to find the correct word that is the synonym of this phrasal verb. The answer is collect. I can pick up the children on Friday, but can you collect them tomorrow? Number 3. He doesn't want to carry on with the work, but I want to dash until 6 o'clock. The phrasal verb that we have is carry on, and the correct synonym of this phrasal verb is continue. The meaning of the phrasal verb carry on is continue. So let's read the sentence with the correct answer. He doesn't want to carry on with the work, but I want to continue until 6 o'clock. As I told you, if you want to switch the places between the phrasal verb and its synonym, the meaning won't change. Number 4. We always go back to the office at 2 o'clock, but today we didn't dash until 3 o'clock. The phrasal verb that we have in sentence number 4 is go back, and the synonym of this phrasal verb is return. Return. We always go back to the office at 2 o'clock, but today we didn't return until 3 o'clock. Sentence number 5. In this exercise, you push out your arms and dash your legs at the same time. The meaning of push up is stretch. The phrasal verb push up and the word stretch are synonyms. They have the same meaning. So let's read the sentence with the correct answer. In this exercise, you push out your arms and stretch your legs at the same time. Number 6. You find out his phone number and we can dash where he lives. The phrasal verb that we have here is find out. The synonym of this phrasal verb is discover. So for example, if you said, I have found out how to solve this equation, it means that you have discovered how to solve it. Number 7. Anne gave up smoking, but Peter can't dash. Gave up on something means to stop. The synonym of this phrasal verb is stop. Anne gave up smoking, but Peter can't stop. Number 8. The phrasal verb that we have here is fill in. Fill in this form for the gymnasium and then dash this form for the tennis club, please. The phrasal verb fill in means complete. Complete this form. Now let's go and check the answers of this task together. Please be careful with the spelling. Number 1 is participate, and the phrasal verb of this word is take part. They are synonyms. The second one is collect, which is a synonym with the phrasal verb pick up. Number 3 is continue, which is a synonym with the phrasal verb carry on. Number 4, return, which is a synonym with the phrasal verb go back. Number 5, stretch, which is a synonym of the phrasal verb push up, push out, excuse me. Number 6 is the word discover, which is a synonym of the phrasal verb find out. Number 7 is the word stop, which is a synonym with the phrasal verb gave up. I want you to notice that I keep repeating the word synonym because I want you to know the meaning of it. The last one is complete. The synonym of this word is fill in. The phrasal verb fill in. So now let's move to the word building section. Task number 2, complete the table. So here we have a table that contains 3 columns, and the first one is for verbs, the second one is for nouns, and the third one is for adjectives. We have to complete this table. So for example, the first word here, the verb is bore, the noun was missing, which is boredom, and the adjective is boring. So you have to move to each one of these words and to find out what is missing there. So for example, the second one, we have the noun, which is competition, and the adjective of this noun, which is competitive. The verb is missing, so we have to find the verb that is derived of the noun competition. The same for the rest of the examples. Try to think of the correct answers. You can stop the video and think of the answers, and then we will check together. I want to make sure that you know that we have 2 types of verbs, the regular verbs and the irregular verbs, and we have different tenses for the verbs, and the adjectives The colors are adjectives, the temperature are adjectives, and the measurements, when you want to describe anything, this is the meaning of adjectives. Think of the answers and we will check together. So now let's move to check our answers of task number 2, word building. The missing words that you have are written with blue color. So the verb here is bore, the noun is boredom, and the adjective is boring. The second one, compete, the noun of this verb is competition, and the adjective is competitive. The third one is defend, the noun is defense, the adjective is defensive. I want you to have a look on the noun, defense. Look at the spelling of this noun, D-E-F-E-N-S-E. In your books, the spelling is different. It's D-E-F-E-N-C-E. This is because we have some spelling differences between British and American English. I just want to make sure that you know why the spelling is different here. Now let's move to number 4. The verb that we have is differ, the noun is difference, the adjective is different. The fifth one, excite, the noun is excitement, the adjective is exciting. The verb is imagine, the noun is imagination, the adjective is imaginative. The verb is isolate, the noun is isolation, and the adjective of this noun is isolated. The last one, prepare, preparation, and the adjective is prepared. As I told you, the answers are written with blue color. Please put the answers in the correct place. We're going to continue working on this page tomorrow, inshallah. So tomorrow we will have describing food, task number 3. We will have ways of cooking, task number 4, and task number 5. Right now I would like you to open your workbooks on page 61. This is how the page looks like. Last lesson we have finished working on the first task, can eating be a sport, which is complete the sentences and answer the questions. We are done with the first one, which is this one here. It's done. What we're gonna do today is working on task number 2. Complete the sentences with the correct form of the verbs. So here we have a box that includes 8 words: collect, stop, stretch, complete, discover, return, participate, and continue. We have learned these words in one of the tasks in our student's book, and we have matched these words with the phrasal verbs. In this task, you have to put these words in the correct place. We're going to read the sentences together. Please think of the correct answer while I'm reading. The first one is already done. I always stretch my legs before I start running. The second example. He weighs 95 kilos, but he can't dash eating fast food. What is the correct word to put it here? He weighs 95 kilos, but he can't stop eating fast food. The correct word is stop. Number 3. I went to bed, but my brother dashed watching TV until 1 a.m. The missing word here is continued. I want you to be careful that we have to change these words to the correct form. I went to bed. Went, the verb here is an irregular verb in the past. I went to bed. The correct answer is continue, and we change this word to continued because this sentence is in the past. I went to bed, but my brother continued watching TV until 1 a.m. Number 4. We didn't dash in the last competition, but we want to play in the next. The correct answer of this sentence is participate. We didn't participate in the last competition, but we want to play in the next. Now, stop the video, read the rest of the sentences you have from 5 till 8, and think of the correct answers. So now let's go and have a look on the correct answers from 1 to 8. The first one is stretch, the second one is stop, the third one is continued, the fourth one is participate. Now, starting from the fifth one, I'm going to read the whole sentence. Scientists discovered water on Mars in 2007. Discovered with ed. Number 6. I usually walk home, but my dad collected me from school yesterday. Collected with ed. It's written in the past. Look at the word yesterday. Number 7. She lived in London for 5 years, but she returned home to Canada. She lived. This means that this action happened in the past, so that's why we wrote this verb in the past. She returned. The last one, I didn't do my English homework, but I completed all math exercises. Completed math exercises. Please write all of the answers and check your spelling. And right now we're going to move to task number 3, word building. We have to circle the correct words, and this is how the task looks like. We have 8 examples. The first one is done for us. We're going to read it together. Number 1, an artist needs a lot of imagine or imagination. Do you remember the table on page 68 in your student's book? We have learned the verb, the noun, and the adjective. So what is the correct answer here? Is it imagine or imagination? Is it the adjective or the noun? Green is correct. Now let's move to task number 3. And here we have to circle the correct words. We have examples from 1 to 8. The first one is done for us, and we're going to read it together. An artist needs a lot of imagine or imagination. So the word imagine is the verb, and imagination is the noun. The answer is imagination. The second one, when I compete or when I competition or when I competitive, I want to win. What is the correct answer to put here? Is it the noun, the verb, or the adjectives? You can go back to page 68 on your student's book and check the word building task number 2 task. The correct answer is compete. Compete, which is the verb. When I compete, I want to win. Number 3. I think sailing is excite or excitement or exciting. What is the correct answer? I think sailing is exciting. Exciting is an adjective. Number 4. They differ or they difference or they different in their opinions and they never agree. Circle the correct answer. You can stop the video right now, think of the correct answers, and then we will check together. The answers of this task are: number 1, imagination, which is the noun. Number 2 is compete, the verb. Number 3 is exciting, which is the adjective. Number 4 is differ, which is a verb. We're going to read the whole sentence. They differ in their opinions and they never agree. Number 5 is isolated, which is adjective. We're going to read it together. We stayed in an isolated village in the mountains. The answer on number 6 is defense, which is the noun. The sentence is: our team's defense is very strong. Number 7 is bore, which is a verb. Most TV programs bore me. And number 8 is preparation, which is a noun. The sentence is: Mom did a lot of preparation for tonight's dinner. That's all for today. Your homework is going to be to write the phrasal verbs and their synonyms in your notebooks. Remember the task that we had on page 68 on your student's book, which is extend phrasal verb synonyms, task number 1. I want you to go back there, write the phrasal verbs that you have, and then write the synonyms of these phrasal verbs in your notebooks and try to learn their meanings, because they are going to be extremely useful for you. I want you to write them like this one here. For example, write the synonym of the phrasal verb take part. The synonym of the phrasal verb take part is participate. Then move to the other one and write the synonym of the phrasal verb pick up is collect. That's it for today. All the best.